Now, this is fascinating because most people think courage means not being afraid, like some action hero who never feels fear, right? Wrong. The Stoics understood something much more interesting about courage, and it's something you can actually use. So what is courage, really? Here's what the Stoics figured out. Courage isn't the absence of fear. It's acting rightly in spite of fear. That's a huge difference. You can be terrified and still be courageous. In fact, if you're not afraid at all, it's not even courage, it's just easy. Marcus Aurelius understood this deeply. This was a man who commanded armies, made life and death decisions, and lived through plagues and wars. Do you really think he wasn't afraid? Of course he was. But he did what needed to be done anyway. That's courage. Now here's something most people miss. The Stoics didn't think courage was only about physical bravery, charging into battle or facing danger. That's one kind, sure, but there's another kind that's often harder, moral courage. The courage to do the right thing when it's uncomfortable, unpopular, or costly. It's easy to be honest when honesty benefits you. But what about when telling the truth might cost you your job, your reputation, or your relationships? That takes real courage. And that's the kind the Stoics cared most about. Epictetus warned his students that they would be pressured to compromise their principles, mocked for being different, or rewarded for selling out. Courage is doing the right thing anyway. The Stoics also believed courage requires knowing what's actually worth fearing and what isn't. Most people fear the wrong things. They're terrified of looking foolish, losing money, or being judged. But according to the Stoics, these aren't real dangers. The real danger is losing your integrity, becoming someone you're ashamed of, acting against your principles. Seneca captured this perfectly when he said, "A gem cannot be destroyed by mud. Drag a diamond through dirt, and it's still a diamond." In the same way, external events can't harm your character unless you allow them to. Loss, insult, hardship, none of these diminish you unless you respond badly to them. So the courageous person asks, what's the worst that could happen here? And would it actually harm my character, or just my comfort, pride, or possessions? Once you understand this, courage becomes much easier. Imagine seeing someone treated unfairly at work. The easy response is silence. The courageous response is speaking up, even if it's uncomfortable or risky. Courage often looks quiet, awkward, and inconvenient. Courage also means facing yourself honestly, admitting when you're wrong, acknowledging your limits, asking for help. Most people avoid this because they're afraid of looking weak, but that's cowardice disguised as pride. True strength values growth over ego. The Stoics also emphasized endurance, not just facing dramatic danger, but persisting through long-term difficulty, doing your duty day after day, even when you're tired or unappreciated. Marcus Aurelius lived this kind of courage, steady, disciplined, relentless. Another core idea was accepting mortality. You will die. Everyone you love will die. Everything will pass. Most people spend their lives running from this truth. The courageous person faces it and asks, given this, how should I live? Paradoxically, accepting death makes you more alive. You stop wasting time on trivial fears and focus on what matters. Courage sometimes means standing alone, going against the crowd, being misunderstood. Epictetus, born a slave, showed this kind of courage by mastering what he could control, his thoughts and character, and accepting everything else. So how do you build courage? You train it, start small, tell the truth in low-stakes situations, face small discomforts voluntarily, visualize challenges before they happen. Each courageous act strengthens the next one. Life will test you. You'll face choices between what's easy and what's right. The Stoics understood that courage isn't fearlessness, it's integrity in action. It's choosing character over comfort. And that is real courage.